Nutrisystem soups look at flavors, texture, taste, and nutritional information. Perhaps it's because we're on the verge of seeing more and more cold weather. Or maybe people are starting to evaluate diets in anticipation of New Year's resolutions. Whatever the reason, I'm starting to get a lot more questions about the Nutrisystem soups. So, in the following article, I will go over some of the more popular soups that are included in many of the packages, tell you how they taste, and we'll also discuss the nutritional information, ingredients, and texture of some of them. Nutrisystem's chicken noodle soup. This is probably one of my favorites because it's such a comfort food staple, and it's among my favorite soups even when I am not on a diet. There are relatively generous amounts of both chicken and noodles in this. The noodles are the curly and fat kind, not the skinny short ones, which I appreciate. This entree only has 120 calories and an impressive 10 grams of protein. There is 0 grams of sugar. I'm not sure how they do this, but this is what the label says. Vegetable beef soup. This is probably the second most popular soup on the menu. You might suspect that this is heavy on the vegetables and light on the beef, but it really isn't a bad ratio in reality. It contains beef, carrots, celery, potatoes, corn, and both green and black beans. This is a pretty nice tasting soup, but if I could change one thing, it would be that this item contains both green and black beans. Maybe my mom wasn't really with it, but she never included black beans in her vegetable beef soup. So, I picked these out and it's not a big deal. Nutrisystem's Mexican-style tortilla soup. Speaking of black beans, I love them in this product. This soup is pretty spicy, but I love that about it. It also has corn tortillas right in the product, as well as red peppers, corn, black beans, and rice. I actually sometimes stir fat-free sour cream in this one, which makes it really delicious. I'm not sure you would like this if you don't embrace spicy food, but if that's not a problem, this one is a winner. There's a few more calories in this one, 150, and a little sugar, 4 grams. But it's worth it. Minestrone soup. I like the noodles in this one. They are pretty generous with the Italian spices here, and they even suggest a little Parmesan cheese on top. It's good, but there's no meat, and at 160 calories, I like the tortilla soup a bit better. I wouldn't turn this one down though. Nutrisystem black bean tortilla soup. The color of this one looks nasty, but it's good, especially if you add salsa. There is something about this that tastes like a bean burrito to me. It's a thicker, so I usually add a bit of water. At 190 calories, it's the most caloric soup that I know of on this diet. But still, 190 for an entire lunch is not that bad. Nutrisystem ham and bean soup. I did not think that I was going to like this one, but honestly, it tastes a lot like what my mother used to call Spanish bean soup. The ham comes off as having an almost sausage taste, which might be why I am thinking this. The beans are not as overpowering as I feared they would be. There aren't any noodles in this, which I would often call a minus. But this soup is a bit heavier than the others, which might be why it's 180 calories. I use this one in my rotation quite a bit. The cream soups, broccoli and tomato cream. I'm going to save some time and say that I really do not like cream-based soups. Therefore, there is no way I would like these even if they were good. I like chicken or tomato-based broths rather than a cream base, so I just can't evaluate these fairly. However, the fact that they managed to get a cream-based soup in at only 130 calories is pretty impressive. Nutrisystem soups look at flavors, texture, taste, and nutritional information. Perhaps it's because we're on the verge of seeing more and more cold weather. Or maybe people are starting to evaluate diets in anticipation of